This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck. It's a 2005 Ford F250 crew cab short bed, 6.0 turbo diesel, four-wheel drive. Has the Lariat package, which is leather, and the FX4 off-road suspension, which is Rancho suspension, installed at the factory. Has 162,000 miles. It's on a clear title. It was a theft recovery. We purchased directly from an insurance company in San Antonio, Texas. I'm going to walk you around, show you what I know, tell you what I know about it. I know it runs and drives great. Been there, done that already. Had the shop check it out. It's in great shape. I'm going to point out the things that are wrong, not what's right. We do have before and after pictures. Please check them out so you'll know what it looked like before. The biggest problems are cosmetic. It's got a fender with these little scratches in it, and it's got this dent right here. We could have cured that problem, but we're trying to keep the price down on this truck, so keep it affordable. But just so you know how to do this, what I would do is I would find a white F250 between 99 and 2007 at a wrecking yard, and buy a fender off the wrecking yard for about 50 bucks and then bolt it on. Just find a nice white one that's not dinged up, and bolt it on, and that's fixed. Then let's check out the tires first of all. It's got about a $1,200 front bumper on it. That's real nice. Front tires, I would say the driver front tire is about 50% tread. The passenger front's about 40% tread. So the scratch right here. Obviously, a $9 tube of touch-up paint helps a little bit here if you don't want to do anything. This is the other problem cosmetically. It got rubbed up against something from right here to about right there. Now, if you buy these things called bushwhackers, they're little fender covers, mud flap type things that stick out to about here. They're pretty cool looking. They're about 125 bucks for a pack of 4, so you have 4 matching. That'll cover up about 90% of that, and the rest you could touch up and it would go away. Why didn't we do it? Because we have a lot of trucks, and a lot more trucks than we have time to deal with stuff like that. We just want to make sure that they run good and are safe, and that's what we do. Anyway, in the before pictures you'll see there's no tailgate. We had to buy this louvered tailgate, so that's a new louvered tailgate. It's got a rollover gooseneck ball in the bed. There's a light plug for it. Here's a tow package on the back also. There obviously is no spare. As we say in our ads, when they're theft recoveries, they often steal the spare and tools. It does have parking sensors. We'll have to check those out and see if they work. About half the time they do and half the time they don't. I parked cars my whole life as a kid without having parking sensors. It's called turning around. In rear view mirrors, it's amazing. Cars that park themselves and blah blah blah. Anyway, rear tires are at least 50% tread, the higher rubber than the rears than the fronts. So you probably got another at least 7,000 or 8,000 miles all the way around on the tires. There's a little scratch here with a ding in it. I would just touch that up too. So you can buy a $50 fender, $125 worth of bushwhacker fender flares, and it would look a lot better, and a tube of touch-up paint if you wanted to, or you could do nothing. Alright, let's see, what do we got? 162,786 miles. Open the hood. We're going to be looking for Ford stamps on the both fenders and on both sides of the core support. I'll tell you that they haven't been replaced. There's your Ford stamp there. We did put 2 brand new batteries in it. There's a Ford stamp between my fingers. It's kind of hard to see, but I can see it right there. On this side, it's a little easier to see, I think. Right there. And then there's that one right there. There's your Ford fender on this side. So exterior-wise, you've got that, and you've got that scrape over the passenger rear wheel. You've got that. Everything is very easily dealt with if you want to, or you could do nothing and be fine. There's your driver rear window, or rear door panel. There's the window up and down. I'm also told, and I believe it for sure, that window motor needs to be replaced with a sliding rear window. Rear window motors and moonroof motors on Ford trucks are notorious for pooping out, and this one's pooping out. So if you want us to replace it, they're about $280 for the window motor and about an hour and a half to put them in. So if you want to add $400, we'll do that for you. I suggest not doing it. I don't think it's worth doing. I think you keep the, if you're going to spend any money, you buy that used fender and the bushwhackers and tube of touch-up paint, be doing $200. Look a lot better, and just keep the window closed. That works here. Up. Down. Alright, all the seat controls work. Seat looks very good. Passenger seat looks excellent. There, just some normal wear on top. That's that. There's not a whole lot of glamour in our videos. We're not trying to... Well, the goal here is to find the right person for the right truck, not to slam somebody in it who can't deal with the issues or the cosmetics or whatever's wrong with this particular truck or the next particular truck or car. If we do this correctly, the right truck will find the right person, because the internet is huge. There's the mirror, in and out, up, down. Let's try the other side. Out, in, up, down. Seats, back, forward, up, down. A little bit of wear on the outside of this seat here. That's okay. We got power pedals. That's up. That's down. We got tilt wheel up and down. That works fine. Alrighty then. Let me get a seatbelt on here before it starts beeping at me. First thing to do is show you what I'm talking about with the rear slider. See, it just barely moves. I don't want to open it anymore because it'll probably get stuck. That motor's tired. It doesn't have a moonroof, but if it did, it'd probably be the same thing. Let's see. Let's try the radio first. Turn the fan down. Alright, radio works, moves around.
If this doesn't get fixed,
let's try this.
You will hurt about...
There's the steering wheel controls.
5 million workers, along with 9...
There you go. The steering wheel controls work fine. Alright, let's see. There's manual. Air's blowing ice cold, by the way. Let's make this go up. There you go. Now let's try the steering wheel controls. Up. Let's turn the temperature down. Steering wheel controls work fine. Let's see, what else we got? Let's do a systems check. You can see we've had it running for a little while. We always let them run so they're warmed up, so the everything is at temperature. There you go. Alright. Here's tow on and off. Alright, let me see. Let me put it into neutral. Put it into 4 low. There we're in 4 low. Put it into drive. That's 4 low. In drive. In reverse. That's 4 low. In reverse. Now we'll put it in 4 high. 4 high. Drive. Reverse. Alright. Let's see. Put it back into 2-wheel drive and go for a drive. Alright. It's on a clear title, so there's no need to get an inspection done. So if you come to Tucson to drive it home, you're going to have to pay tax and dock fees. Tax and dock fees are as follows. Tax is 2% city sales tax here in Tucson, plus whatever your state tax rate is, and the dock fee is $250. So, if you fly in from Tucson to drive it home, and your state tax rate is 3%, you're going to pay a total of 5% tax and $250 dock fee. If you pay by wire and ship, all you pay is the agreed upon price and ship it out of here. We do have a suggested shipper that we use to bring in all our vehicles. His name is Fred at Beacon Shipping Logistics. His number is right in the middle of our ad. Feel free to check him out. He'll give you a good number. He won't be the cheapest, he won't be the most expensive, but he communicates really well with the truckers, and he'll tell you what's going on. He won't tell you that they're 10 minutes away when they're 10 days away, which is what shippers like to do. He communicates very well. Deposits, please make sure you get a deposit. Once we have a deposit, we have a deal. Without a deposit, the car is for sale, okay? Once we get a deposit, we'll put your name in a banner over the truck at wheelk.com, thanking you, and you'll know it's your vehicle. Until then, it's for sale. Let's see, what else I have to tell you. If you pay by wire and ship, like I said, all you pay is agreed upon price. There's no tax, no docks fees. You just deal with the fees in your state, whatever that would be, okay? Please make sure that you know, we've been saying this, I've been saying this in videos for the last 3 or 4 months. People are just loons, especially on eBay. Either eBay people are really cool people and real smart, or they're just knuckleheads. And we got on a run about 4 months ago of knuckleheads. And so I'm saying the following. This is not a new truck, right? It's out of warranty. Ford would love to give it a 1,000,000-mile warranty, but they didn't know what would happen to it after X amount of miles or X year. That was the guy. Those are the guys who engineered the vehicle. We don't know more than the Ford engineers. Okay, so we don't know what's going to happen to this truck. That being said, we do know what certain makes and models are notorious for. Duramaxes like to blow up injectors, and that's a huge problem and very expensive. Cummins diesel trucks like to eat up their transmissions, and 6.0 turbo diesels like to do EGRs and coolers. That repair now, if you have a reputable repair shop, if you ever need that to be done on this truck, runs between, the parts are about $800, and the labor should be about 6 or 7 hours. You should be able to get it done for around $1,500 to $2,000 in your town. If you can't, it's because you're dealing with people who aren't very nice. I'm going to try the backup sensors real quick. I just want to make sure that they work. So if this Dodge behind us dies, it's because they don't work. There you go. That was the last thing I wanted to check before we got this done. Anyway, so please know what you're buying. If you bought this, the new version of this truck at your local new car dealer, a Lariat Crew Cab diesel, these things are about $55,000, $60,000. Okay, obviously this is going to be a very small fraction of that. So what I'm saying is, if you want a new car, if you want a sure thing, if you want a vehicle that you know for a fact the check engine light's not coming on 3 days after you get it, or the EGR is not going to go bad in a week, this is not the car for you to buy. Don't buy it. Alright, there is some risk involved in buying anything used, furniture, cars, TVs, anything. If you're not ready to assume that, don't buy it. Okay? I have to say this because some people don't get that. But this truck runs great. I just drove it again, and no vibrations, runs good. The cosmetics are easily dealt with, and that's that. Please make sure you get your deposit in, and that's all. Sorry about your polar vortex out there. Today is like the coldest day of all, and apparently there's like minus temperatures everywhere. This is Tucson, and and it's about 75. So I don't like to rub it in, because when it's 120 here, I think you guys are probably laughing at us. Anyway, enjoy a picture of 75.